What is happening YouTube? It's Matt Faircloth. So listen, last week I put a video out. It did really well because it was talking about foreclosures and the big question of, is there going to be a big foreclosure crisis in the United States in the foreseeable future? The bottom line is foreclosures may not be a good place to go to get deals now, like in the next say year. But foreclosures may be a good place to go in the future. If you guys want to find good deals now, a better place to look is tired owners. To find owners that are tired, maybe of doing the landlording game, maybe in distress, but also just tired. Just, you know what? I've made my money. I don't want to do this anymore. Perhaps baby boomers or older generation owners or folks that have been landlording for a good period of time and have made what they're going to make. And now they got a little bit of a fire under their rear end, which is this motivation now because of this. They were tired before, but now they're motivated. So they're tired and they're motivated. These are two methods that I'm going to talk about. If you guys have other ways to find tired deals, I want to see your comments. So leave some comments down below. Watch this video to the end because although today in the video we're going to talk about how to find tired owners, at the very end I'm going to teach you guys 3 different approaches that you can offer these tired owners to do deals with them, right? So once you find them, what do you do? How do you talk to them? I'm going to take care of you at the end. So watch the end of the video and you can get those 3 different approaches. Today's video is about finding tired owners. What is a tired owner? A tired owner, as I said before, is someone who has been landlording for a while and either is in distress or is not in distress, but just wants to do something different. There can be owners that are just running out of steam, that are just, you know what, I just not sure if I want to do this anymore. Maybe they've made good money doing it and they want to just retire and move on. Either way, here are 2 tactics to find tired owners. The first one is real simple. You look for properties for rent. This is how my wife and I got our very first duplex. I'm dating myself, but we went and bought ourselves a newspaper and we looked in the newspaper and under the for rent ads and we just started calling the for rent ads in the newspaper. And we said, hey, I see you have it listed for rent. Do you have any interest in selling? And we called like over 50 people and we got laughed at, we got hung up on, we got crazy, ridiculous prices. Yeah, sure, it's rented for $1,000 a month and I'll sell it to you for $350,000. Insane. Finally, we found somebody who was interested in selling. The reason for that is, and this tactic I believe works on smaller multi. So for rent ads for small multi is what you guys want to do. Small multi single family homes. The reason why this works is a tired owner is feeling their most pain when they've got some vacancy on a small multi. Think about it. A duplex, if one unit's missing, if one unit's vacant, that's half the revenue gone. A triplex is a third of the revenue. Do the math, right? Maybe not so much on a 100-unit apartment building, right? So this method might not work on the larger multi because it's expected to have some vacancy on the big stuff. But if you got a small multi, like a single, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 family, somewhere in there, 1 unit vacant may put you in the red, meaning like that person may be losing money when they answer the phone. Somebody managing something that small, a lot of properties that size are owner managed, meaning they're not managed by a professional property management company. So for rent ads, that's what you guys want to do. Have the conversation. These people have a problem you can solve. So you want to have compassion. I see you have it listed for rent. I wish you the best of luck in filling that vacancy. But if you maybe have an interest in selling, I want to let you know that me and my team, whoever your team could be, you and your wife or you and your husband or you and your dog, doesn't matter, are interested in buying property in that neighborhood of that size. If you're interested in selling, we'd love to talk to you. You're going to get laughed at. You're going to get hung up on. You're going to get prices that are overinflated. You could say, thank you for your time. Probably not going to work for me. If you reconsider that number, give me a call. Here's my phone number. Move on. Call the next person. Here's another great thing about calling for rent ads. You can now look online. You can go look on Craigslist. You can look on Facebook Marketplace. You can go look on all the places that properties get marketed. A tired owner might not put a bunch of pictures up there. They might just put like 1 picture, the address, fine, find it. That's what, you know why? Because they're tired. And they're not going to put much out there. They might not put 38 pictures of the property on the for rent ad. So you might have to go off of it, but use the lack of information to your benefit. They're not going to have a very good time leasing that property because they didn't put many pictures up. They didn't put like a Matterhorn walkthrough of the property or a floor plan up there online or anything like that. They probably went super basic. So that's maybe your more tired owner. But also you can use the data that's there to shop to see if the property is going to work for you. Well, who's paying utilities? Tenants want to know that. Owners want to know that too. So for rent ads can be a great source to collect a lot of data on properties and also a great way to find tired owners. Here is tip number 2. do public research. And there's two places you can go to look at this public research. There's Public Record. A lot of them have it available online. So go to the Public Records Office, or you can go and sign up for an online service like ListSource. ListSource.com is a good source. And there's other resources out there that all they're doing is going on a public record and building databases based on public information. And they're allowing you to search through their records. So you can pay them a few dollars for their work, or you can go and do the work yourself. Here are a few things that you guys want to look for when you're searching public record, finding tired owners. And I'm going to go through each one. I'll explain why they matter. Here's number one. Find someone who's owned a property, say 15 years ago, who's owned the property for a long period of time. They bought it before the boom, before things took off. Even if they bought it for $50,000 a unit and it's now worth $90,000 a unit today, they might still take $80,000 a unit because that's still a big profit. Okay, so they might not be looking for the absolute top dollar if they're tired. That's probably enough time for this wonderful real estate landlording business to start grating on somebody and say, okay, you know what? Enough's enough. Next thing, this is a big one. Personal name. That's an old school habit. That's something that was done back in the day, but now thanks to things like Bigger Pockets and real estate books and Robert Kiyosaki and everybody else that's out there, it's very not common to find newer owners buying personal names. If you own a reasonable portfolio, or if you own a multifamily property like an apartment building or something like that, odds are you don't own it in a personal name in today's world. But if you find an old school owner who maybe is getting tired, look to find people that own bigger property in their personal name. Look for bigger apartment buildings in the community you're shopping in. So Public Record, ListSource, and then make that list. That's list A. Then go and cross-reference that list by looking these properties up on Google and Facebook. And if you find any property that's of that size that does not have something like a Google pin drop, okay? If you're techie, you know what I'm talking about. A Google pin drop is something that's on Google Maps that is a pin drop that says that property 123 complex at 123 Main Street is located right here, and here's some reviews, and here's the phone number, and here's the website for that property, right? If that property does not have a Google pin drop and it is any more than 30, if it's more than 30 units, that's a tired owner. Right? Because the concept of creating Google pin drops for properties and creating Facebook pages for properties and creating all that stuff is something that's newer to the market. It seems common for all of us, but for someone that's been in business for more than, say, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? 10 years ago, that was not a thing. So someone who's not kept up with the times, God bless them, they're probably still landlording and stuff like that, but someone who's not kept up with the times has not thought to or desired to or bothered to, or it's like, you know what, I'm not doing what those crazy kids are doing, right? Didn't do that thing, right? So cross-reference those two lists, Google pin drops and online marketing for their property really is what that is, versus larger multis that are in markets you guys want to be in. Cross-reference that. You're going to eliminate almost all the multis in your area that you're shopping in, but I bet you that you might find 5% of them that don't have that criteria. Those are tired owners. Now that I've covered the ways to find these tired owners, let me sum it up for you real quick. Number one, for rent ads, okay? If somebody's got a property for rent, they're likely losing income. For rent ad approach works on small stuff, 30 units and below. On the big stuff, let's say 30 unit and above, you're gonna do the data search. And that means you're gonna search public records, you're gonna use services like listsource.com, and you're going to go and find these folks that trigger a few of the screening criteria that you said. Those are, bought it 15 years ago, own it in their own personal name, and no Google pin drop, okay? Just search for those things. Now there's other things that you guys can use to search for tired owners. I am not the end-all be-all resource on this. I happen to know those have worked for me, but I want to hear more. I want to do more deals. So put in the comments other resources, other methods you guys have used, okay? There's your summary, guys. Now here's your bonus at the end. Here are 3 tactics you guys can use once you find these tired owners. Here's number 1. Let's call it the no hassle. No hassle looks like this. Hey, Mr. Seller, Mr. Apartment Building Owner. Love what you've done here. This is a great complex or a great duplex or a great whatever it is. I'm sure you could go and sell it on the open market, but if you go and do that, you're gonna have 15, 20 people walking through. They're probably gonna go and do something called retrading you, meaning they're gonna walk the property and they're gonna they're gonna figure out that your roof needs to be replaced, and they're gonna try and credit themselves for a roof replacement or for other things that are undisclosed that maybe you didn't even know about. And they're going to claim that they're going to want a credit and they're going to trample lots of people through your property and appraisers and all of these different people. I can give you no hassle closing. You don't have to do all that. I might not be able to give you the same price that those folks give you, but I can make your life easy and I can give you a fair price. It might not be the highest price, but I'm going to give you a really fair price. I'm not going to retrade you. I'm going to close quickly. I'm going to give you a fair number and you can move on down the road. No hassle. Number two, the second option is called a cash flow sale. That's what I call it. That's not what they're going to call it. You need to identify, are you still, like, is maybe one of the reasons why you're not so open to selling is because maybe you're making X amount of dollars a month, which that could be funding your personal living expenses, right? Well, I can't take that away. I don't want to take away your revenue stream that you've been living off of. What if I can keep that going? I'm going to keep giving you the revenue stream, but I'm going to take the burden of the property, the who's going to cut the grass and who didn't pay the rent this month. I'm going to take all that away. What we're really talking about here, guys, is seller financing. That's what this is. I'll give you some numbers. Let's say for cash flow, they're making $5,000 a month, right? In cash flow on the property after all the expenses are paid. Well, you might not be able to give them $5,000 a month, but if you run the numbers, you might be able to get a little bit close to it, right? Maybe you could give them $3,000 a month, whatever it is, because maybe there's some operational efficiencies you can instill in the property to make the property make more money, reducing expenses, increasing revenue, whatever it is your game plan is. Maybe you can afford to pay them some cash flow. And it might not matter as much how much it is. It might just matter they get that check and they don't have to do anything. They get a lien on the property, they get collateral, they get a lot of different things that are going to protect them and protect their check to make sure that check keeps coming. That's called a cash flow sale, and you want to speak to them in their language. You don't want to say things like, well, I'll buy it if you loan me the money to buy it. You know, that's not the way you want to call it. You want to say, what if I could buy the property from you and pay you monthly and send you a monthly check? Another tactic that I've heard a lot of people use is, well, I see you want $1 million for the property. Well, how much do you need now? Well, what if I gave you $100,000 now and the other $900,000, what if I paid you X amount of dollars per month for X amount of years? That's speaking at their language. They get money now and they get checks in the mail after that. That is called a cash flow sale in my language. So think about it. Remember, guys, this is a big thing. Think about things from their perspective. From their perspective, owner financing or seller financing, or can you hold paper and can you give me a no money down transaction, right? That all sounds awful to them, right? I wouldn't want to do that, but you're going to give me a cash flow sale. That sounds good. I like that. You know, you're going to write me a check every month. I love that. I love checks. Speak to them from their perspective. For number three, you got to have the right seller on this one. If you've got the right seller, you could go in and say, listen, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, I see you got this property. It's great. I love your property. I really do. I love what you've done to it. I love the love you put into it. I see that you care about this property, but here's the thing. Let's both admit this property could use a facelift, could use a roof, could use some new seating in the grass, maybe could use getting rents up. Hey, here's how Google Pin Drop works. Explain to them. Don't talk down to them. Explain, hey, listen, by the way, this is what all this tech can do, right? And I know how to do all that. And I'm willing to come in and roll my sleeves up and do all this stuff. So what if we partner up? That's not really buying the complex. It's just really coming in and seeing if they'll give you equity for some cash. Maybe you have to buy that equity from them and you get controlling interest in the property and you go and take the property and you go and take it to the next level and they don't have to exit from the deal. But what you're doing, again, just like this one, you're taking the pain in the butt off their table. Or what if I can keep writing you a monthly payment and I take all the pain away? Or what if I take the stuff you don't like to do and I take that away? Maybe we refinance the property and I'll guarantee that debt and we pump some more capital into the property. Again, I'm not going to give you guys all the keys to the kingdom here, you guys watching. You guys got to figure this out on your own. This isn't everything. These are just inspirational ideas. You guys can take them and run with them. And every seller, every property is going to be different. So, but you've got to, if you find the pain, you'll see if you can find which one of these to go into. Okay, guys? Those are your three approaches. Those are some ideas on finding sellers. I didn't put a whole lot on the whiteboard today because I really got into talking to you guys, so I hope you don't mind. Again, leave comments in the comment box on other ways you guys have used to find tired owners, or even approaches. Maybe there's an approach we haven't talked about today on finding these folks. To sum them up, no hassle, cash flow, and partner up, right? Those are your three approaches. So take those down, take the 3 ways to find tired sellers down. I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, leave comments and leave other ideas for videos you guys want me to do, because this video was only through the inspiration of you guys watching the video that I put out last week. So if you liked what I did last week and you like this one, leave a comment below too on, hey Matt, can you do one on X? Or send me an email to helpme@derosagroup.com if you guys want to go on the air live with me on every Monday on our Mentorship Monday program. That's helpme@derosagroup.com if you guys want to join me on our Mentorship Monday program live. Join that. We've got a lot of people that have submitted questions, but I need more. I want to have lots of people join us in that. That's what I got, guys. As I always say, have a great profitable week. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And if you like this one, here's a few more you might like. And do me a favor also, smash the subscribe button. Love to have you join our community and subscribe. Speaking of communities, if you guys want to join our insiders community and do deals with us and hear about all kinds of crazy stuff we're doing and join all of the insiders that are there, that are really, really great people, text the word Derosa to 66866. Do it now and join us at Insiders. Thanks for watching.